moon, I am living the George. And today I am standing in front of a very elegant plant. And this is a table with pine cones and just fake flowers. And this table has a selection of fake flowers. These are some red. And we have some basil leaves. And we have some pine cones. So this is a big success to put on a grocery label, on a biscuit label, because this plate was awarded in 1779 in the elusive Republic, and it has many things to appreciate because these flowers are from a maple Mediterranean. And a maple Mediterranean with a Mayo Mediterranean, that makes the language easier. This comes from the Mayo Mediterranean. This flower comes from the Meadow Mediterranean. And these nuts are used for doing. So this stuff is all made from nature. And this plate is especially a lovely plate with pine cones. And because this plate is so famous, it's because Christmas is a famous time for nature and leaves, because as you know, the leaves fall off the trees when it gets colder, to winter time. But in one town called Barola, it is not the same, because in Italy it is different, because in the summer, in the winter, in the fall, the trees shine beautifully. So is in Taiwan, or maybe Tokyo, or maybe Japan, probably. And these come from nature. Of course, I was telling you about that. I mentioned to you earlier. And the nuts are made from the bones, or the squirrels. And the squirrels are very crazy because they love nuts. They are addicted to nuts. So how can you make nuts very unusual? Well, all you can do is you can put this in a hidden place with all your other ingredients, or you could just take out the nuts and throw them away if you like them, and put the nuts in a separate container, and leave the shells behind. So that's a really good tip on nuts. Now this is a plate that is elegant and discreet, and this is a very earthy plant. This leaf is a little cilantro leaf. I didn't know they used that, but you could also use dill, but just dill that is in this variety of shape. Now, these pine cones here are brown, and they have lovely airings and lovely brown spots, and they have lovely little brown prickles, which fairies like to land on to sleep. And the reason is because sometimes when you're going up volcanoes, there is an eruption, because as you know, volcanoes erupt. And these do too, because all the thing, or the liquid, or the syrup, or the poison, or ivy, anything that is harmless comes out, and it gives you a bite or a thistle on your finger, and you don't want that. And this plant has a very impeccable bee, and the bee is looking right at everybody and saying, I know what to do. But you want to avoid that, so all you can need to do is you can put a coffee lid to make the bee never go away. And the bee, as you know, bugs have no hands or legs, so they cannot come out. So all you do to avoid that is you flick it down. Now, I wouldn't break the pine cone. This is a very delicate work of art. Put it down and bee kills really slow. So you put it down for a long time to try to kill the bee. And the bee can't get out to not be killed. And the bee wishes right now, when I'm killing him, he has hands and legs, but bees don't. I killed the bee. That's disgusting, even though I killed it. And they can do the same, because this is a pine cone that has a bee, a magical bee, and the bee has very sharp claws, very sharp legs, and very sharp pincers on the legs, which will kill your hands, and very sharp eyes, and very sharp teeth, especially for a lizard or a very sharp sea animal would be even more dangerous. So I'm gonna show you how to do that one more time so you get it. All you do is you put a coffee lid, like I did, and I throw the other beet out into my little compost, and all I need to do is I need to push this down and then kill the bee. So it sits down for twice as much to make it kill. Okay. And the bee cannot come out unless you put the bee very close to your arms. And I have mine, but I'm killing it. Is it killed? Not quite. Alright. Is it killed? Yep, it's killed. So, that is a very good tip for this, but this is something different. This is called Old Martele, and it has a very this is for the poison oak and poison ivy. You don't want that. And this has another bee, two baby bees, and the mother is having a bee. And the baby does not know how to communicate, so it can suck your blood, like sea animals. And then all you do is poison oak is going to hurt the bee, and it's going to make the bee growl and foul, but you can't heal much. So this is poison oak. Now I wouldn't rub this on your face or your eyes, because then it'll get puffed up and you will never see anything again. So, there. Magnifica! So there we go. Let's kill two of the bees. And if you want, you can take that coffee lid and do the same thing. There. See no bee alive. And that's a very good technique. Now this is not harmful. This is an edible product, but the only thing that's harmful is the main fruit. Now some of these have white stuff on it. You see little white specks. Poison ivy. Yuck. And to get that off, I take a clean piece of paper, just anything, and then put it around the plant to take all the little poison off. It doesn't have to be, so hold it there for 5 seconds. And your plant is going to be wrinkled after you do it, but you can straighten it out or get another plant pretty soon after you do that. So, you take it off, and see, poison ivy is on there right now. So it's itch if you feed it. And there you go. See, no poison ivy. And I'll show you the same thing again. So on the bottom is where the poison ivy lands. It goes up to here. And all you want to do is you want to take that whole leaf, hold it with one hand, and put the whole leaf around the other. So take it, and do left, right hand, and then put this around. With a helping hand, all you do is you do that the same. This one's not one resist me. And this is poison oak. Poison ivy and poison oak. And I told you it was cilantro, but I didn't mean actually cilantro. I don't know. I don't mean what I'm saying. Okay, so see the poison ivy? Throw it out. It is disgusting. Now, you could either have several different things besides all of your ingredients. And you could either crack nuts and leave those crazy skulls aside if you think that's more important, or you think this is more important, trying to kill those harmful bees or trying to get all the poison ivy off of just pretty leaves. So that's all today on my tip of the day of saving wonderful little nuts and a edible walk of oat. So until I see you in your guts again, I'm Joni Craven. Woot.